Good afternoon. This is video response to Purple Tulip 555 cashier rant. Yeah, I watched the video and watched it a couple times, and based on my observations, I'm going to go ahead and say I like the video. Got a kick out of it for the reason being I can relate to it in some ways with some past experiences at jobs I've had. Well, of course, two jobs I've had in my life that kind of had an impact, just because it was customer service. One was telemarketing. I don't think I'm going to compare that one to it, since it's all over the phone. You don't really get to see the customer anyway, but you still deal with the level of stupidity that comes with it. And the other one, several years ago when I lived in Austin, Texas, I was a fast food manager at a local burger joint. And well, that one can kind of connect. Let me give you a few examples. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the I know you failed to mention it in your video, but you put it in the caption box below it. Whenever you try to ring something, whenever a cashier tries to ring something up and it doesn't come up for whatever reason, and the customer pops off, "Oh, it must be free then." Well, I'll admit it, even before I even got into that line of work, I used to say it myself, it must be free. But now, after working for fast food, I realize it's not funny anymore. It's just done. It's just overdone and overrated. Hell, from what my mom was telling me, people were saying that back in the 60s or the late 60s. Whenever it was, they started using barcode scanners for things of that nature. But anyway, when I was working at the fast food place, ever so often, we would have these glitches these systematic glitches in our computer we used to take orders with on the counter or the drive-through, whatever. After a customer had put their order in, the system would glitch, and it would get that BSOD or blue screen of death, and we'd have to wait for the damn thing to reboot. And while it would do that, that's when the customer would say, "I guess my order's free then." Yeah, I thought it was cute the first time too, but after it happening multiple times daily for a while, it got to the point where, just like you said, it's not funny anymore. However, I did come up with a comeback for it. Now, whenever it happens, a customer will say, "It must be free," and I'll tell them, and I guess this is just more or less my way of trying to cope with it and make the best of a stupid situation. I'd tell them, "Well, the product is free, but you still got to pay for the labor, because, someone has to pay my salary. And, do you work here?" This one kind of connects to the open lane, how a customer will walk up and ask you if you're open. Well, there have been some times, where I'd be out in the parking lot or in the drive-thru just sweeping it up or picking up trash that would be out there. Okay, and I'm wearing a fast food shirt that's, got the company logo on it, and I even have on one of those portable headset things that we use to take orders from the drive-thru from far away from the drive-thru, or listening back up whoever's working the drive-thru. But yeah, I'd be out there sweeping the parking lot, and ever so often a customer would walk up to me and ask me, "Do I work here?" And I'd be like, "No, I just walked up here, I found this headset, company shirt, and this broom and dustpan. I just kind of put the stuff on and picked up the broom and dustpan and started sweeping." Sometimes, they'll get a good laugh out of it. Or sometimes, they'll tell me, "You got a serious attitude problem, fella." And I'd be like, "Well, I'm not trying to have an attitude. I just thought you were making a joke, and I was playing along with it. But yes, I do work here. What can I do for you?" And those are peaches. Well, I can tell you right now, if I ever come through your line, I'm not going to say those are peaches, for the reason being I know what that sticker is for anyway. But it almost kind of reminds me of this time when I was working the drive-through and this lady comes through and she wants a number 5 combo. Now, of course, where I worked at, a number 5 combo is an extra long chili cheese dog, and obviously with your fries and your cold drink. Well, she came through and ordered that, and I was trying to ask her, what kind of drink would you like with it? And she's like, a number 5. Okay, what kind of drink would you like? Then she says, a number 5 is an extra long coney, and I just cut her off and said, ma'am, I know what a number 5 is. I'm trying to ask you what kind of drink would you like with it? And she's like, oh, well, Dr. Pepper. Okay, you want onions on that? No. Anything else? No. Very well, your total is whatever at the next window. Have a nice day. And, when she gets to the window, she tried to call me out on my attitude, and I had to tell her how it was. I'm like, ma'am, I was trying to ask you what kind of drink you want, and you're telling me what a number 5 is. Come on. I work here. I'm pretty sure I know what a number 5 is. That should be your first clue, too. And she did not like that, which is probably why I never saw her again. But, oh well, just one less headache for me. And about the hit-ons, of course I'm a guy, so I can't really say I've never been hit on, at least not by another guy. Maybe by some old grandma type or someone like that. But other than that, I have actually seen some of my female colleagues get hit on. They'll come to the drive-thru and they'll say, thank you for choosing such and such restaurant. How can I help you? And they'll be like, yeah, I'd like your number. And but as far as the staring thing, well, we didn't wear name tags where we worked, so they really had no excuse. And the only thing remotely close to it on our shirts was the company logo, and well, I don't really see the need to stare at the company logo because you already knew before you walked into the establishment what company you just walked into. So, and cell phones, yeah, they are a staple in everyday life. Not too sure I could get by without mine, but well, let's face it. Just like in your counter, or just like working in your line. Same thing where I work at. The cell phone can wait, okay? Because there have been times, customers will pull into our drive-thru and, they'll be on the phone. We'd be like, hi, thank you for choosing such and such restaurant. Can I help you? They'd be like, hold on a sec. They'd get back to their cell phone, back to their phone call. Can I help you today? Give me a moment. And then after a while, I'd be like, every 5 seconds, you ready to order? You ready to order? You ready to order? And I'll do it until they do one of two things, until they either get off their phone and come with their order or go somewhere else. Because I agree with that statement you made. When you're in my line, you're on my time. Yeah, you're in my drive-thru. You're literally on my time, because from the moment your vehicle initially pulls up to the speaker box to the time you pull away from your window, yeah, there's a timer that runs up. And that's for our average drive time. And every night, our home office gets these reports. And those get held against us. If we have customers that are in the drive-thru we want to try to keep it under 5. But if someone's yammering on their cell phone in the drive-thru, that does not help us out at all. And unfortunately, the corporate office never buys that. But whatever. And it's not even much better when, they've placed their order. Let's say they get to they're at the speaker. They're not on the phone then. They place their order. Then they pull up to the drive-thru, just on their phone, completely ignoring us. It's like I slide the window open and say, how you doing? Your total is whatever. And they're just, uh-huh. Yeah, uh-huh. Excuse me, your total is whatever. Uh-huh. excuse me, your total is, and they're just like, you know, just fanning me off, and I'm thinking, oh, no, you did not just do that. And I'm like, psst, your total's whatever. Psst, your total's whatever. I just keep doing it until they do one of two things. They either hand me their money or go somewhere else. So it's like their demeanor is saying, I'm more important than you are because you work at a restaurant. That's just straight messed up right there. But yeah, I mean, it's like, how would they like it if they pulled up to the speaker and I just answered like, hi, thank you for choosing such and such restaurant. One moment, please, while I take my own personal phone calls. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by the customer that just pulled into my drive-thru. They'd probably get upset, say that the customer service was garbage, and then try to get something free out of it. Yeah, it happens. But, I guess that's pretty much what I got for you right now. But yeah, I do want to say, I did like the video, got a kick out of it, saw where it was going, it made sense. If you can think of some more videos like that, you just keep them coming. I made a few rants myself about such things. But yeah, just to sum it up, don't ask if it's free because it's not. I do work here because, duh, I'm here, right? If I'm not open, I would have a sign up that says closed. No shit. I know what the product is because I work here. The cell phone, it can wait. Don't be a jerk. And thank you for watching. Y'all have a good day.